Martin, thanks so much for being here with us today at the International Seed Federation's 2015 World Seed Congress in Kraków, Poland. We've been talking a lot about international issues, and one of those issues, and it's been hot in the media lately, is neonicotinoids. Europe has a ban on neonics, and that's really hit growers hard. What's your perspective on that, and what are some potential solutions to handling and coping with that challenge?
Surely it's a big topic for the whole industry, the seed industry especially, because seed applied products have really added value to the overall seed business and the offer that the seed industry can do to the growers. And for that reason, it's really a drawback that in Europe the use on some bee attractive crops have been restricted. We don't speak of a ban because we still have uses in crops like sugar beet and winter cereals. What has shown now after this kind of first season where they're not available is the value that the products like our poncho or gaucho have brought to those crops. If we look at oilseed rape, there have been significant losses in stand in the winter oilseed rape that some areas had to be resown, or some areas actually had to be given up. So there is no alternative currently to really protect those areas of oilseed rape. In some of the northern countries where you have summer oilseed rape, the areas has gone down significantly because there's no protection against flea beetles, for example. So that's really now getting obvious, and so the discussion surely is then now coming up. Shouldn't it be solutions made available again? Some countries have done that. They have issued emergency approvals for a certain time to give growers the possibility to have seed treated with NNIs. So for that, we hope as well that this discussion continues, that the value is there to make and establish the crops. Another one that is still has to be seen is how we're going to manage the developing corn rootworm pressure in the southern part of Europe without the option to have a neonicotinoid as a seed treatment, as base of the whole treatment program. And there is currently no seed treatment available for that. So that is another one that probably will spur some more discussion. Surely we're trying to develop other options, and one option we have introduced was the Zunido product for control wireworm, but it doesn't control corn rootworm. So for one segment we can offer, luckily, some alternative, but it's not the full spectrum that you need really to grow the corn.
Well, it's unfortunate that it's been detrimental to farmers here in Europe, but at the same time it looks like it's really showcasing the value of seed treatments and the benefits that they bring to farmers and the protection that they add to the seed there. And you're working on innovations. Barley is one of the areas where Bayer has been innovative, and this past year Bayer helped New Zealand set a barley record. What role does seed growth play in helping growers attain these kinds of record yields?
Yeah, so we're really proud that we were part of making this happen. And with our recommendation of our local guys who are close to the growers in New Zealand to recommend the right product and mix on the seed to support the genetics to fulfill their full genetic potential on the yield. And that was Poncho and Rexel that was applied to very well proven products. And that for that condition was the right product to apply. And I think we can be proud as Bayer with our 4 areas of competence that we have the products, but we have as well the knowledge on how to apply it, which machine to use to apply it, the right coating, and then the guys who do this recommendation as service, and all those 4 areas of competence come together then hopefully, and that was proven in this case, to create a very good yield for the grower at the end. And I think that's the concept we're promoting around the world, that we have this unique capabilities on these 4 areas of competence as nobody else has, as this fully integrated system for on-seed application. And that proves again and again it's a very good concept to grow and support the growth of several crops.
Well, those growers have to be very excited, and your team has reason to be proud for reaching that milestone there in New Zealand with the barley crop. In August, Bayer will help host 100 young leaders from across the world for the 2nd Youth Ag Summit. The theme this year is Feeding a Hungry Planet. How is Bayer Seed Growth helping to feed a growing global population?
I think it's really showing our engagement and really forming the future by as well hosting and supporting this event, selecting from several thousands entries 100 young people to give their ideas and to discuss among each other what could be the future for growing more crops, maybe extending as well the areas where they can grow. So there's many options, and hopefully there comes some great ideas out of that. We believe that seed applied technology is a very important part of that, because to give the crops the right start at the beginning, the establishment as well, to get the kind of yield potential unlimited, at least from the start, is very important for us. And we see that more and more developing. It's not only the protection against insects or against diseases, but it's as well enhancing the yield. On one side, we are working intensively as well, extending the, I would say, more professional use of seed treatments, even in a country like China, where you have, millions of growers. It's not yet common really to apply products in a professional way. So we have started there to introduce smaller scale equipment that would go to retailers, and they would have then the growers come in with their seed and then have the seed treated in a more professional way, and then giving the right protection as well. Because if you don't do it right, as well, the result is not good. So that's say one area. The other one is that we're seeing as well, there's more, or we're looking at the next level of yield limiting factors. So one that is more and more being explored and researched on is nematodes. Because they're so small, you don't see them. So it's not sometimes obvious that the nematodes are the problem. Sometimes they get mixed up with disease symptoms, but it's nematodes. So that's why we were very happy that we could develop the Votivo as a biological protection against nematodes, and as well giving some yield enhancement. And we're now introduced in the US another product to control nematodes, but as well soybean sun death syndrome. So with this combination of 2 mode of actions are working together, so we hopefully can lift another area of yield limiting factors. In addition, we're looking also at what we call crop efficiency products, so products that actually work on enhancing the plant by improving the nutrient use, supporting stress or stress mitigation, maybe as well enhancing the metabolism in a plant to get higher yields. And we see many biological products that have that property. And with our acquisition of AgraQuest, we bought a company in Argentina Argentina, Biagro, that is an inoculant company, and Profuta from a fungus-based product range, that we really have the research platform to look for those products and to find solutions that give the yields another kick.
Helping growers reach that next level there.
Yes.
Martin, you've been gracious enough to sit down with us on many occasions on a regular basis, and we've been very fortunate from that perspective to participate in the Giant Views video series. What's one goal you have with regards to Bayer Seed Growth that that you would like to accomplish before we sit down again next time?
Yeah. To say, I mean, it's always a pleasure to have the opportunity to as well share our views of what Bayer Seed Growth can do, and to look at what is the next kind of enlightening step. I think I would be very happy if we could see that growers in the US are really experiencing the value, the yield preservation, and maybe the yield lift that we have promised for Ilevo. Again, saying on soybean sudden death, that's one problem that was hard to control up to now. So we have now a product that can really do that. And it's another one similar to nematodes, where I say you don't sometimes see the symptoms. Even if there is no symptoms, it's still yield robbing. So that's really one thing, I think. To see successfully adding to the success of the growers would be great. I have to add, if it's not only one thing I would be happy about, the other one would be really to see more people speaking up for the value of seed applied products and technologies. On the neonicotinoids, I think we really need to have more people of all the stakeholders talk about the value of seed applied products. I mean, that's why our slogan this year is "You never work alone," because that's what we need to do. Really, all stakeholders speak up for that. Besides researching on the real issues on bee health, so what we always say, the real problem is varroa disease pressure on bees. And that's what we have to approach that from several sides. So that's why we're very happy to see the bee health plan that was recently published by the Obama administration. And I think that's the right approach to look at all facets of that.
Well, there's certainly no shortage of things on your plate and issues that you're working on. So I'm sure you'll continue the great work that's going on here at the International Seed Federation in terms of the global issues and moving those forward. I just want to say thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it, and your perspective and leadership.
Thank you very much again.